Are you a lawyer considering changing careers? In this video, I'm going to tell you the 4 essential things that every lawyer who's considering changing careers needs to know. Hi, I'm Sarah Cottrell. I practiced law for 10 years, and now I help unhappy lawyers ditch their soul-sucking jobs so that they can trade lawyering for a better life. On this channel, I share what you need to know if you are an unhappy lawyer who wants to identify an alternative career and get out. If you're new to Former Lawyer, I host a podcast called the Former Lawyer Podcast where I interview former lawyers who have moved on to do other things. And I also run a program called the Former Lawyer Collaborative where I help lawyers identify new careers. So basically what that means is that I have a front row seat to all the thoughts and processes of tons of aspiring former lawyers, as well as lawyers who have successfully changed careers. What I'm going to share with you today are 4 things that you absolutely need to know if you are a lawyer trying to identify another career path. Let's get into it. Okay, the first thing that you need to know is that you are qualified to do other things and you do have transferable skills. Now, why am I telling you that? So many lawyers come to me with some version of this internal story. I have no other skills. I'm not qualified for anything else. Why would anyone else want to hire me? Some variation of that internal story. So if you hear nothing else in this video, I just want you to make sure that you hear this. You are qualified and you do have transferable skills. I am 100% sure of this. You graduated from law school, you passed the bar, you practiced law. I literally don't need to know anything else about you to know that you have what it takes to land a new and different type of job. I want to put this myth to rest once and for all. If you're telling yourself any variation of the story of I'm not qualified, stop. You are. The second thing that you need to know is that it's less about your skills and it's more about what you like and who you are. Lawyers tend to get so focused on what skills they have that they completely forget the even more important questions. Things like, what do I like? What do I dislike? What is my personality? What are my values and priorities? You could find a job that is perfect for you in terms of a match for your skills and hate that job. In fact, for many of us, lawyering was that job that matched the skills that we had that seemed like it would be a perfect fit. But of course it wasn't. If you're focusing primarily on finding a job that matches whatever skills you think that you have, you're probably perpetuating the same kind of decision making that got you into law in the first place. The third thing that every lawyer who's trying to identify an alternative career needs to know is that it's about so much more than just your career. When lawyers first realize that they want out of law, most of them go straight to updating their resume and trawling LinkedIn for job openings that are maybe kind of legal adjacent, but not actually practicing law. But the truth is, often resolving our unhappiness with our careers takes way more self-reflection than that. I can't tell you how many people I've worked with who come to me initially and say, okay, my issue in terms of figuring out what I want next is X, and it's specifically career related. And then a couple months later, they come back to me and they say, actually, you were right. X is important, but I've realized that Y is actually a bigger issue for me, and Y is something that's broader in terms of understanding what they like or understanding themselves. And they get to this point where they realize, oh, that's the thing that I need to resolve, that I need to figure out in order to be able to make a good decision about my career. The truth is that career choices touch on almost every aspect of your life. And if you try to compartmentalize it into just career, it's going to be much harder to make a change that really works for you. The fourth thing that you need to know is that there is no perfect next step. There is no one thing that is the only thing that will be the right choice for you, and you have to figure that one thing out, and if you don't, then all is lost. If you approach this process with this idea that there's this one thing that you have to identify, it will keep you from making progress because that is so much pressure to put on one decision. The reality is that it's going to be a series of decisions that you make that give you the information that you need over time. If you are telling yourself, If I'm going to leave this, I have to pick the one perfect thing, and it's going to be the only thing, and it's going to be the thing that is the exact right thing, which I thought was law, but now it's not. Do you see how this gets you into a really bad headspace? The goal is not to make the perfect choice, but it's just to take action. Progress is what you're looking for, not perfection. This is why I'm going to be sharing with you all sorts of things that you need to know if you are trying to identify an alternative career. So hit subscribe, click on the bell, and you will get notified every single time that a video goes live on this channel every Thursday. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great week.